Morning, guys. It is May 10th, 2023. This one I got a call from a lady. She's got no hot water. I believe I recall the lady. She had a oil-fired boiler that was a Riello-fired boiler. Triple pass type of boiler, and she had a storage tank. She's complaining she got no hot water. So I think I went over there and I changed the filters, and I put new filters. The filters are pretty bad. I changed the filters. Had a good oil flow coming out of the pump last time I was there, and it might be off on safety. I'm not sure. It's been a couple of months since I've been there. She's calling me and no hot water, so I'll go over there and see if we can figure out what's going on with it. See if it's off on safety. Could be an oil flow issue. I did change the pump. I did change the filters when I was there. Riello's got a very fine strainer inside the pump. Sometimes, you know, you change filters and all of a sudden now you're getting a good flow through the oil line. Sometimes it loosens up muck and it gets stuck in the pump filter. It's not uncommon. So we'll go over there and see if we figure out what's going on with it. If it's even that. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's the control on the water heater that's, you know, not calling. I think last time I was there, the zone relays were making kind of a weird noise. Humming noise or something that she was complaining about. It could be that, too. You never know. I try not to rush to judgment until I get there and find out exactly what's happening with it, and then take it or address the issues at that point. What we gotta do to fix it. We'll try to get you some shots. I know she's an older gal. Another damsel in distress, Miss Molly. Oh yeah, you love damsels in distress. Yeah, I know you do, Miss Molly. You love damsels. You love damsels in distress. She's all excited. She misses me. Yeah, you miss me, Miss Molly. Yeah, I know you miss me. Yeah, I know it. I know it. You miss me. You missed me for an hour on a job. I was on the job for an hour and you missed me. You're high maintenance. You're high maintenance, Miss Molly. You're high maintenance. Yeah, you're high maintenance. Zone 3 is priority. That should be that. Yeah, she's definitely running. That's a storage tank. She's calling. Well, you got oil in the tank, you said.
According to the gauge.
Yeah, according to the gauge.
Right.
We did change that filter last time we were here.
Yeah, it's all clean out.
Oh, and then you don't use this one, this gauge?
No, I don't look at that.
Alright, so let's see what's going on with it. See if we're getting oil flow. No, usually I call. If people don't pick up the phone, I call back.
Okay.
If they're not picking up, guess what? They're probably not home, right?
Yeah, well, that's why I still have a landline, and you know, for that reason.
I think I tried both.
Did you?
I think I did.
Yeah. Well, at the doctor's office, you know, you kind of turn things off.
Well, yeah, it's probably at the doctor's office, and
yeah, and I did a.
they're not in no rush to get you out of there.
Well, they're pretty thorough. But today I've got a dentist appointment.
I wonder if it's...
So this works out well.
Yeah, it's off on safety. It tripped off on safety, so we'll figure out why.
It tripped off on safety.
Yeah, it tripped. There's a reset button on the end here.
Yeah, I was looking for a reset button.
I'm gonna show you where it is.
Yeah.
It's right here on the end. You stick your finger in and push it in.
Yeah.
You won't get shocked. See it?
Right here?
Yeah, see, push it in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got it off here, but it's gonna see if it fires. Should fire. I'm just wondering if it's off on.
So something happened that it went to.
Well, it could be that. Let's see if it fires up. It might be an oil flow issue or something, you know. See if it fires. Yeah, it might be an oil. We're gonna check our oil flow. She did fire up.
There's a little bit of smoke coming.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's because it's probably
Just saying.
it's probably starving for oil. That's what I'm thinking. So let's check it.
Oh.
Let me do my thing.
Okay, so when there's a problem, it goes to safety. That's good.
Yeah, you can push that button one time, and if it fires, then you're good.
And
then
if it-
obviously call me. But
Yeah.
that's like you should have pushed the button one time, and if it fired, then you got hot water again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I knew that.
Just one time. You push it, it starts, and it runs.
Yeah.
Then you're good. And then if it runs for an hour or so, and you can push it again. But you can't push it like 3 times in a row and it don't start.
On the other system, it was over here. It was in the front, and I remember doing that. But that one
All right, we're gonna check our oil flow coming out of this pump. See what we got here. I got the power's off. We'll jump out 5 and 6. And that should run it. Just curious on what we are for oil flow. Like I said with the oil, if you run out of oil and then you have to bleed it. So I'm thinking, I'm not accusing you of running out of oil, I'm just telling you that it's a possibility. We're going to try it right now. See what's happening with the oil. See what we get for oil flow. That's not an issue. It might be a nozzle, dirty nozzle or something. Let me check the nozzle. That's not it.
was that I wasn't getting hot water to give me an idea. It just kind of all of a sudden. But so they never wait until I'm out of water.
No, you didn't run out of oil.
Yeah.
You did not. Cause I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just making conversation. I'm making small talk here with you.
No, that's good because I like to know that I should never run out of oil. There's problems.
All right.
But I'm counting on them too, but I should check myself.
It's kind of an odd size there. Anything mechanical can break, right?
Yeah, but things are breaking sooner than they should. You know what I'm saying? Like years ago, like my old system, I didn't have troubles with it for years and years.
You never did?
No. I mean, all my appliances that are older have lasted a lot longer. My washer and dryer is in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I got an old washer and dryer too, and I mean the thing just keeps running and running and running, you know? You might have to put like a rubber gasket in there or something, but nothing major.
No. I mean, that's my second set, but I've been here, 50 years? So, you get a new refrigerator now, and you've got to start thinking that just in a few years you're going to have to replace it. Nothing is built the same.
No.
I sound like...
That's a little tiny
I
nozzle.
sound like an old timer, and I am. But
it's a really small nozzle. I'd like to put a different size nozzle on there. It's a real tiny one.
Okay.
I don't like running real small nozzles because sometimes there's an issue with sometimes the real tiny nozzles, the passageways are so small. It could be an issue with it.
Now, is that nozzle came with a system?
Well, you could put different size ones in there, you know.
Okay.
That's a 50. I think that was a 50. 50-60.
So that's the original?
No, I had changed that last time I was
Oh,
here.
I see, when you changed it on,
You know, when I hit the reset button, she fired right up.
yeah.
It's not like it was hesitating or anything, but let's just change the nozzle and get it up and running again.
Yeah, it's,
Let's see what happens.
oh boy, should've done that.
It's always something, huh?
Isn't it? Well, when you own a home, yes. If you don't want to deal with this, you live in a condo.
Yeah, you're better off on your own, though.
I think so.
Don't you think so?
I think so. Well, I haven't moved, have I, in 50 years?
No, I mean, you're better off when you're living by yourself if you can. As long as you start getting too lonely, well, that might be different.
No.
There's nothing like living on your own. You start going into these assisted living, it's not the greatest. You all right at the doctor's yesterday?
It's a wellness check.
What is it?
Wellness.
Wellness.
Just to keep me well.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Once a year, right? I go for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's important.
You look pretty healthy.
Yeah. I think I am. So, but no, you got to keep up with those appointments. You get in trouble if you let it go.
Yeah, checking all your blood
Yes.
panels and all, make sure
Yeah.
everything's right, and
Right.
you're better off to catch things early. You know.
Yeah, when people put those appointments down, out, things happen. They just think women are better at it than men, though.
Well, they say ladies live 7 years longer than a guy. That's what they said.
There's a lot of jokes about that.
No, I think that was because of the menstrual cycles all the years. You know,
It's a lot of things.
that's what they said with the blood. You know, because you're always every month they were losing blood and then remaking it. That's what the doctors. That's what I heard. That's a reason. Makes sense, right?
Yeah. The joke is about stress on the husband, right?
Oh, the stress could be.
Yeah, but women have stress too.
I think everybody can have stress.
Somebody can have heart problems, men and women now.
Yeah, that's true.
We just had a young woman, well, she was in her 50s, but she worked with my daughter, and she just passed away at 57
Wow, so young, huh?
from a heart attack. Yeah.
57.
Yeah, I
Isn't that
know.
kind of scary?
It's very scary. Yeah. 'Cause my
Had a
children-
heart attack. My brother. That's what happened to my brother. And you look at him. He was skinny as a rail,
Yeah,
and he just had a massive heart attack.
yeah.
He was playing with his daughter on the video games at night, like boxing,
Oh,
and he dropped, had a massive heart attack, and died right in front of him.
oh, no.
They called the ambulance. They tried working on him, but ain't that a shitty thing to do, huh?
Yeah, yeah. That's horrible.
That's what happened with him.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll fire it up. I might have to reset the air band. I put a little bit of nozzle in there, but let's see what happens here.
So you say you put a bigger nozzle?
I put a little bit bigger nozzle in it.
Bigger.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not. This thing calls for either a .50 to a .95. I put a 75 in there, which is a common size. I put a little bigger nozzle in there. Let's fire it up and see what happens. Like I said, I might have to adjust the air band. See if it fires. That seems to be running better with that one in there.
thickness over the. You
Say
know
that-
what I'm
say
saying?
that again?
Like the thickness of the oil. I mean, oil is oil, right? Oil
Well, they
is-
got this new biodiesel they got now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's an issue.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Sometimes it's an issue with the burning, the way it burns, and a smaller nozzle. You're better off with a bigger nozzle with this They got this. They're trying to save the planet, you know.
Oh, I see.
They're putting all kinds of additives into the oil now.
Okay.
So it's making it so it's turning slimy, getting all slimy inside the filters, and they never used to do
Oh,
that.
you're noticing that, okay.
All right, let's try it
I was
again.
wondering, yeah. Just like they did.
They did the same thing with the gasoline.
The cars, yeah.
You remember with the
I
cars?
do, I do.
See how she fires up. Give it a little bit more air. It's possible that they put the biodiesel in there and had to make some adjustments on the burner. So if it goes out again, you can push that reset button in one time. And that bigger nozzle might help with all that stuff in the chimney. Remember you were complaining about all that stuff in the chimney?
Oh, yes.
This bigger nozzle is going to put more heat into that chimney. When it's really cold in the winter, that was condensation coming down from the flue gases. That's what all that yellow stuff was. So seeing that this is a bigger nozzle, going to be more heat going in the chimney, it might not be as bad. So we're going to try that. Does that make sense? Sounds to be running nice. It's got a good sound to it. Replace with bigger nozzle, reset air band, good oil flow. Like I said, all that. This chimney's got to be closed too. I don't know why it's open. All that gunk that was in the chimney, that was all condensation because it's an outside chimney. Alright. We'll let that go. You know what the reset is now. No smoke. Alright guys, just left that job with that Riello burner. I mean, I don't like running small nozzles. That's what was in there when I went there. It was a .50, 60-degree nozzle, which is really small. So I ran a .75, 60 in there instead. That might have just been the nozzle. You know, really small nozzles like that sometimes don't spray good. So we had a good oil flow. I put that, I reset the burner with and it seemed like it was running a little rough with that .50 nozzle and kind of smoking a little, like a delayed spark. So when I put the new 75 in there, and she fired up a lot better, and I opened up the air band a little bit, give her a little bit more air. She's got an outside chimney there that she was complaining about, you know, white crusties coming down from the chimney. What that is not enough. That's an outside chimney. It gets cold, so that .75 will give more heat to the chimney anyway. So we're going to try that. I showed her where the reset button was. If it happens again, she can reset it. And we'll let it ride. Let it ride. A lot of times you make little changes like that, and it takes care of the issues. sometimes it's just something simple. I've been having a lot of problems with nozzles lately for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't like them little tiny. I don't like running small nozzles, like I said. The clearances are just too small for the spray pattern and whatnot. I've never liked it. Never had good results with small nozzles. And 7.75 is fine. Anything smaller than that, I get a little iffy about putting them in. So I just charge it for a service call. I didn't even charge it for I ain't gonna charge it for a nozzle. I was there a couple of months ago. It could be that biodiesel too. That biodiesel runs differently. Sometimes you gotta make adjustments with the biodiesel. We'll see. We'll let it ride, Mama.